is suitable for medium-density residential and mixed-use development with a low density bordering the Blaauwberg Conservation Area, and that it represents a significant opportunity to meet biodiversity requirements and contribute to housing and public facility needs. The final draft of the 2012 of the same document called Earth 1117 a strategic piece of land that could solve a number of public objectives, particularly public housing, going on to say that this is an example of inclusionary housing, potentially through cross-subsidization and initiatives. The city's SDF of 2012 called it a strategic state-owned site. The city's BEP of 2014-15 said that this land is part of the city's long-term land banking program, part of the city's high-level land purchasing agenda, while Dunoon and Tableview is described as a major problem zone, with Earth 1117 described as the linked land solution. While in the Western Cape government's informal settlement status presentation of November 2013, Earth 1117 is described as a capital program for new housing with some 13,800 dwelling units. From all of these documents, it is clear that all three spheres of government were at an advanced stage of determining the future of this land parcel and, crucially, the future of the illegal occupiers.
1 minute.
In a question to the mayor in October 2015, the ACT asked about city expenditure on the illegal occupiers, and the mayor confirmed that the city was providing basic municipal services on humanitarian grounds that include water points, portable chemical toilets, and refuse removal. Thus, with all of this, we want to know why this current BEP now excludes and pretends that Earth 1117 doesn't exist. It pretends that those people are not living there, that the city hasn't already spent money on them. The problem isn't going to go away. The earth is still there. The people are still there. What is their future, and what is the future of the land, Earth 1117? It's not in this BEPP. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillor Kassim.
Speaker, according to the Socio-Economic Index 2011, Khayelitsha is one of the most marginalized areas within the metropolitan Southeast Integration Zone. Informal settlements in the area have some of the largest densities in the city of Cape Town. Too many people are cramped in too little space. The fact that many of these areas are indeed being targeted by the mayoral urban regeneration program is welcome. From what I gather, as a new councillor, National Treasury provides the Neighbourhood Development Partnership Grant to transform apartheid-era townships. Similarly, it supports the Urban Network Strategy with a package of grants. Cape Town is one of the 8 cities being supported in this way. Treasury's requirement is the transformation of the spatial structure of the city. While the mayor has demarcated Athlone, Philippi East and Mitchell's Plain Town Centre as major growth nodes, Khayelitsha is not. I wish to argue today and again tomorrow that Khayelitsha should have its own high street so that it transforms from a township into a vibrant town. The redevelopment of the Nonongila public transportation interchange in Khayelitsha is a positive step. It will improve transport on the one hand and unlock economic opportunities on the other hand. I fully agree that the rail corridor is the backbone of the Metropolitan Southeast Integration Zone. PRASA and Metro Rail must be prevailed upon to accelerate its central line modernization program and to improve security for its passengers substantially. In conclusion, may I appeal to the mayor to set in motion more catalytic projects in Khayelitsha. The daily emptying of the township each morning is neither sustainable nor desirable. A truly resilient city is one where each part is viable in its own right. The former Minister of Finance repeatedly emphasized the need to move beyond planning to practical implementation of programs that can address structural and spatial constraints to urban economic growth. We therefore need to see a tangible portfolio of public and private investment projects in Khayelitsha. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillors, in front of you is item 3. Are we in agreement with the recommendation on page 6? Councillor Herron?
I just want, if I may...
the Mayor, is it in order? Thank you.
Councillor Haskin devoted his entire speech to One Earth in the city. Earth 1117, which is an earth that belongs to the national government. If it fell out of the BEP, it's because we've made absolutely no progress with getting the land transferred to the city. So it's entirely blocked by a national government. But I think maybe even more importantly, the BEP, the National Treasury requires cities to compile BEPs where you identify priority areas in your city supported by public transport where you're going to focus and prioritize investment. We've identified 3 integration zones, and Earth 1117 may well be developed, and we may well pursue it if we get cooperation from the national government. But if it doesn't appear in the BEP, it's because it doesn't lie in one of the 3 integration zones. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Heron. Are we in agreement with this item?
Speaker, can I just make one correction,
Madam Mayor,
please?
yes.
Councillor from the ANC made mention that the money for backyarders is not in the budget. Is in fact not correct. There's an amount of 233.4 million rand in the budget for.
Thank you. Councillors, order. The recommendation is on page 6. Are we in agreement with the recommendation? Not? We take it to the vote. Is the doors locked? Locked? Rita? Thank you. Councillors, those in favour of the recommendation on page 6, vote yes. Those against, vote no, and then abstentions. Please vote now. There's still 2 votes, please. Slate. Councillors, those in favour of the recommendation, 148. Those against, 48. Abstentions, 1. The recommendation is accepted by Council. Councillors, I would like to point out to you, I've given permission, the SABC is here with their camera, and they do have permission to be here. The next item is item 4. The recommendation on page 15. Councillor Limburg.
Thank you, Speaker. The Water Services Development Plan and the Integrated Waste Management Plan for 2017 to 2022, which is before us today, is a statutory plan that forms part of the city's integrated development plan and is revised annually to allow the plans to speak to our globally changing environment. The plans provide an overview and assessment of the status and strategies for the city's water and waste services. There's also detailed compliancy information included based on the template set by national government, and furthermore, it articulates future plans that entail building a far more diversified water supply system that moves the city away from solely relying on surface water, which is crucial and critical in light of the current drought and the impacts of climate change. The plan also aims to embed the 11 priorities of the organizational development and transformation process, and it aims to create an organizational shift that will drive a progressive and sustainable resource-efficient city. Speaker, it is also important to note that as part of the public participation process, 16 comments were received as part of this particular plan, and comprehensive responses were provided by the two departments. Many of the comments, Speaker, related to issues of cost and tariffs related to water and services, and additional water supply as part of the overall plan for the city. All of these details, Speaker, are included in both the Water and Waste Services Plan and aims to ensure that the city has a water-secure future for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Limburg. Councillor Marman.
Mangama Gushe, Umdane Togo, Mr. Onono, Uyacama Gusha Gumangwatu Tigeluno Ntsweba, Utimakudet Bunyama Kwelukanya Tamaku. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of this report is to note the public comment on the process for the Water Service Department Plan, Integration Water Management Plan, and they recommended to Executive Mayor to support the contract of the plan for the year 2017 to 2022. The principal changing for the department is to maintain the existing world-class water and sanitation service for our city while providing service to any ever-increasing number of households. We need to continue the high service delivery for our people, our basic needs, ensure economic growth, maintaining our infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, this plan will set the terms for the next 5 years and give us the framework to continue to be the world-class city we have become. We are now all experiencing the worst drought in the city in 140 years, and tomorrow we'll have proposed decision of our plan to combine this.
Mr. Speaker, on a point of order.
There is no deviation of any rules at this point in time. Yes?
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Speaker, that councillor there.
Councillor, please continue with your speech.
Speaker, we can't be video with a camera there. That councillor is always taking videos of our council meeting. That is not appropriate.
Yes.
There she.
Speaker.
Continue, please.
Mr. Speaker, this plan set the terms of goals for the next 5 years, and I move this item. Tamaku.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Ganku. Is it correct?
No, Speaker, you learn my statement as time goes by. I understand. Good day, councillors, Mayor, Speaker. I greet you in the name of the African National Congress.
Order, please. Order.
I salute all those who march and those families who lost their loved ones through abuse in the hands of those who don't value humankind. I also salute those politicians who have spoken against women abuse and child abuse, and those who visited families who lost their loved ones through those who abused women. Mr. Speaker,
Order, please.
first of all, we are not happy as the African National Congress. The Merit Committee member, when he says there were 16 comments in terms of this plan. This plan, the public participation process was not done well in terms of the constitution of this country. I'm speaking to those who claim that they protect the constitution, they know the constitution, but in the city, when they run the city, they do the opposite. The constitution, Mr. Speaker, stipulates that the city has a responsibility to ensure that the citizens of Cape Town have access to basic services. Municipal powers and functions are dealt with in the section 156, Schedule 4B and 5B of the Constitution. Specific functions pertaining to water and sanitation are contained in Schedule